This is where I spent the night last night. Well, I am back on the trail. It's quite a bit happened in the last couple of days. Last 2 days, I guess. Came down into Salida. We got a room that we reserved at the Simple Lodge where my resupply was. And that night, just washed all my clothes there. Took a shower. Went out and had pizza at Moonlight Pizza, and had pizza at Moonlight Pizza with 3 different beers, and then this white IPA. That was my favorite one there. Just, oh my goodness, it was so good. So I had 2 of those, and I tried 2 other ones. Yeah, it was the Old Ale and. I don't know, I forget the other one now. Anyway, I had a entire medium pizza with like 8 toppings on it, which was really, really good. I hadn't had pizza even in a little while before I came to the hiking, so that was quite a treat. And I met a bunch of guys, Globetrotter, Macbeth. Macbeth actually got us a ride back to the trail here, and so that was pretty sweet. And he went all the way up to Monarch Pass. I just came back to where it meets the 50 here as you get off from the east. So I'm gonna just hike that little down and up to the Monarch Pass, and yeah, so you gotta ride up to Monarch Pass, and I rode all the way up there too. And then she came back, a real nice lady that dropped us off. And anyway, after we had pizza, went back to the house, and what did we do after? Well, later that evening, we went and watched a movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, at the Salida movie theater there. They just have 2 screens. It's pretty small. It's pretty sweet though. I hadn't watched a movie in over 2 years, so not in theater, so yeah, it was nice. And the drive too, from Salida to Monarch Pass, it's just so nice. I mean, beautiful mountains everywhere, and yeah, it was pretty sweet. And this morning I went out with Cool Hand Chef, Shaka, Cool Hand Chef's girlfriend, Diana, Macbeth. We all went out for breakfast, and yeah, it was really, really good. Had myself pretty much the best breakfast burrito I've ever had in my life. Lots of hot sauce on it. Had a coffee, orange juice, and yeah, it was really good. And after that, I went to the post office, finally sent home some SD cards. And went back to the Simple Lodge, packed everything up, my resupply, all that good. And pack is feeling not too bad. I think last 2 days were kind of easy days. So yeah, it's been, well, I guess yesterday and today are going to be relatively easy days. I only did about 5 miles yesterday, and today I'll probably do about another 8 or 9, 10, hopefully even. Just walking down this road that we came onto off of Highway 50. Now, if you weren't going to Salida or to resupply or just going into town, then you just cross right over there's a little parking area there, and there's a road back right beside the little parking area there, and you just follow this road. There's right away a bridge with water, and it looks to be another bridge right here. And I can hear the water already, so. But I don't know, you definitely always grab water, clean water from the hostel or something, obviously, before you check out or leave anyway. Last night I went to a liquor store, yeah. Bought that what was it, First Cast IPA from Poncho Springs. Really good beer. I love that one too. I think I'm starting to love these IPAs. I like the hoppiness in them. Not too bitter, but the white IPA is probably my favorite beer out here so far. That was some good stuff. Yeah, and this Moonlight Pizza, it also had a brewery in it. So all these beers were their actual own creation. And the white IPA, oh no, it was a different beer. They made it by accident and everybody just loved it. It was like 10% more wheat than they usually did or something. I'm not sure how they did it, but or how they made that mistake, but they said everyone just loved it. They had a batch, and so it was just trial and error, and same with all their pizzas as well. It was so good, my pizza. I mean, yeah, I can't believe I actually downed that whole medium. It's like, with that many toppings, I mean, it was loaded. It was pretty much everything on the menu. So, yeah, it was really good. I had that breakfast this morning. It's probably close to 1 o'clock. I was gonna buy a watch in town, but I don't know. I gotta watch my funds too. I've been waking up relatively early anyway every day, at least by 6 o'clock. I'm usually in bed by 9, 10, sleeping already pretty much sometimes. Majority of the time actually. So I get a lot of rest, and I think that's why I wake up nice, or by myself at a relatively early. So, yeah, I must say my sleeping system in my tent, and just my tent itself, and being outside, and I slept better there than I did in the hostel yesterday in the bed. And we went to bed pretty late. I was met a bunch of Continental Divide bike trail. The guys that were doing that, and yeah, there was about 5 of them that I met. 3 of them are from Vancouver, and one guy was from Belgium. His name was Bruno, and the other guy, he said he was a bike messenger in Paris, and that he was doing the Continental Divide too, and he did 143 miles yesterday before he came to Slida there. I couldn't believe it. I mean, 143 miles a day. It just blows my mind. And these guys, they just talk bike all night, where they've been, what they got. It's just, there's a sign there saying the Colorado Trail keeps going this way, and also Foose's Creek. So anyway, yeah, so yeah, all these mountain bikers that are doing the CDD T bike trail, I learned a lot from them, and I got a real nice bike at home, and it just makes me want to bike a lot more. I mean, these guys are just so into it, and the guy said they had never done anything like that in their life too, and they just went 13,000, no, what was it? They were descending about 3,000 feet, I think it was, in 13 miles. They said they didn't paddle at all. They didn't pedal whatsoever. Like the whole 13 miles and a 3,000 feet drop. And so I mean, that'd be a lot of fun. But they talk about all their spills and all their little problems that they've had so far. But yeah, it sounded like a lot of fun. They're gonna do it in about 55 days, and it's like 2,800 miles. I departed with Cool Hand Chef, Garth and his dog, and Shaka, and yeah, I probably won't see them again. So yeah, I ran into Garth at the post office this morning. That was pretty sweet. So I wouldn't have probably seen him again yesterday when we had pizza together. Oh, Garth was there too, and his dog, yeah. So that was a really good time. And the resupply boxes at Simple Lodge, everything worked out well. I got all my laundry clean. I thought I lost a sock this morning, and it was actually in my long johns, my PJs, whatever. So that was good to find that. Sent an email out and sent all my stuff home. Yeah. I hope the weather holds up. I really wouldn't mind doing 8 or 10 miles today yet. Yeah. I should probably keep my eye out for some signs for the CT. Oh yeah, there's one on that post, so we must be on the right track still. Alright, well, keep on hiking. I'm not sure even what day it is. Is it? I think it might be day 19. Forget now. Still loving every minute of it though. And I'm meeting all these travelers too, like so many different people that just travel all over like Macbeth too. He's been all over and takes long road trips and stuff. It just makes me want to do the same and more of it. Like, oh boy. Colorado's definitely somewhere I'm gonna definitely come back to again. Hike these mountains and camp and just be out here again. I mean, hopefully bring some friends and my brothers, convince them to come. Just opens my mind so much to all these things that people do and how much fun they have doing it, and how easy it really is if you put all your resources towards it. You really, if you really want it, you can do it. And so, and you don't regret a single minute of it either. Uber bitch and chairman. We're at the Simple Lodge hostel as we were leaving. I was talking to him for quite a while. I was talking to him about the JMT part of the PCT and just about water and their experience. Still following Foose's Creek Road. Foose Creek is just on the left of us, and yeah, we're following it for quite a while. Well, once we cross Highway US 50 on our way into Slida, now we're on this side of 50, and Highway 50 was the start of segment 15, so end of 14 and on to 15, and then back up on the Collegiate West. Yeah, all the way to Twin Lakes. Do Albert and do some fishing. Yeah. Seen quite a few people fishing at that Foos's Lake there, about a mile or two back. And I was talking to the old man there. I was fly fishing there. He said he tried some lures, didn't have any luck, so he tried some flies. And said it was usually very good fishing in there. If I had some time, I just want to make it to about 11,000 feet today, about mile 8 or so. I hear some thunder in the background, but it doesn't look to be too. Maybe it's just far and behind those hills, or it's passed on already. Skies don't look too bad. Look cloudy, but only white fluffy clouds. All along Foos's Creek Road here, on the left, there's some really nice campsites. There's one here, a couple back in there, and just this whole last 3 miles, or 2.7 or whatever, it has been quite a few campsites. Really nice ones too, right by the river. Nice. We got a sign coming up, Colorado Trail, South Foos's Creek. To the left. I think this might be where the fork is at mile 2.7, segment 15. And sure is it. Continental Divide National Scenic Trail. Highway 50, 3 miles back. Scenic Trail, 5 miles up. The Colorado Trail just heads this way. Well, there's Foos's Trailhead right behind me. And so turn around here. Continental Divide, Colorado Trail, Greens Creek Trail, Marshall Pass. This is Foos's Creek on the bridge. Mile 2.8, I think. I think this is the first time out of 3 that we cross South Foos's Bridge on South Foos's River on a bridge. This is Foos's Creek, South Foos's Creek, mile 4.2, second bridge from the trailhead. The beginning of segment 15 is about 8,800 feet, and in 8.2 miles it's at 11,400 feet. So, and that's where I want to camp, at mile 8.2, around that area. And that means I've done about 2,400 or 500 feet elevation. And I just got my resupply there at Salida Simple Lodge. And yeah, it's another 7 days. Another 7 days worth of food. And she's pretty heavy. But not doing too bad. It's actually a pretty easy climb. I've done over 1,000 feet already, so got another 1,500 to go, and about a little under 4 miles, so it's not too bad. Here's South Fooses Creek. Mile number 5, bridge. Wow, these 3 bridges that cross the Fooses River here after the trailhead are really well done. I mean, very well built. Alright, 3.2 more miles and I am camping. Well, from mile 5 to about, I'm not sure exactly how far I've gone, maybe a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles. Anyway, that first mile or 2, that ain't too bad. It's a really relatively easy climb, but man, this last little bit is pretty steep up there for a while. Well, I think this is the last time we cross South Fooses Creek, and this is mile 8.2. Mile 8.2, and it's around 11,400 feet. And this is the last water for 5 miles on the CT. So I just filtered 4 liters of water, and now I'm gonna look for a campsite. I don't really want to go too much higher. It's all exposed, and I'm still hearing a little bit of thunder, so I just find myself a nice spot and then get up nice and high in the morning. I'm still looking for a campsite. I don't know. Looks like a relatively flat area right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna camp right here. Get rid of all these sticks and clean the place up a little bit. That means I've gone like 8.4, probably 8.4 miles since Highway 50. I'm about 1,500 feet right now, and in the morning I probably have about probably about 300-400 feet to climb. And then I stay up at 11,000 feet for a little while. It's supposed to be a really good view in them coming up very shortly, but do that in the morning and hopefully have some nice clear skies so that I have some really good views. So, all right, well, I'm gonna set up for the night and relax. Well, here we are, in the evening of day 20. It's August 4th today, and hiked about 8.4 miles. I got just a little ways to go to get to the south end of the Collegiate West and East, or East and West, where they meet. Really close to that trail junction, and then I'm going to start going up the west side. And this is where I'm camped today. Just here's the trail. Here I found a nice flat spot.